अस्सलाम वालेकुम। आज हम पढ़ेंगे अबाउट मेगास्पोरोजेनेसिस एंड मेगा गैमेटोजेनेसिस। सो फर्स्ट वी टॉक अबाउट मेगास्पोरोजेनेसिस. What is megasporogenesis? The process of formation of megaspore is called as a megasporogenesis. The process of formation of megaspore is called as a megasporogenesis. It takes place inside the nucellus of ovule. It takes place inside the nucellus of ovule. Where the nucellus is present? Nucellus is about the structure of ovule by technique Anatropous ovule. We already discussed about the structure of it in the previous lecture. So it is about the Anatropous ovule. So in this ovule, this structure is called as a nucellus, which is a part of body, and it is central large structure. In this nucellus, formation of megaspore takes place. Because the megasporogenesis occurs inside the nucellus, that's why nucellus is also called as a megasporangium. ऐसा प्रोसेस जहाँ पर मेगास्पोर बनते हैं, उस प्रोसेस को हम कहते हैं मेगास्पोरोजेनेसिस. और ये megasporogenesis, it takes place inside the nucellus. Due to this, nucellus is also called as a megasporangium. First of all, that micropyle, just below the micropyle, epidermis is present. Just below the epidermis, one of the single layer of hypodermal cell is present. Hypodermal cells are present. Hypodermal cells who are present just below the micropillar epidermis. This hypodermal cell, they divides and they convert into archie cells. They convert into archisporial cells, or simply called as a archisporium. This archisporium, either it directly convert into megaspore mother cell, or either they further divide and convert into two types of cell. Archisporial cells, these are the cells, either they directly convert into megaspore mother cell, or either they convert into two types of cell. And if they are converted into two types of cell, अब ये दो टाइप के सेल कौन से प्रोड्यूस करता है? So the first one is outer primary parietal cells, then inner primary sporogenous cells. Sporogenous cells. So these archisporium or archisporial cells, if they divides into two types of cells: outer primary parietal cells and inner primary sporogenous cells. Outer primary parietal cells, they further divide and they forms the tissues of nucellus. They form nucellar tissues, and this inner primary sporogenous cells, they convert into megaspore mother cell. Megaspore mother cell. So this megaspore mother cell, it divides and it produces megaspores. So where actually it occurs? It occurs inside the nucellus, where the sporogenous cells are present. Where the sporogenous cells are present, these sporogenous cells are arranged compactly inside the nucellus. These are the sporogenous cells. one of the sporogenous cells, suppose this is one of that cell who are participating, who involved in the process of megasporogenesis. So out of so many sporogenous cells of the nucellus, only one of the cell it involves in the megasporogenesis, and this cell is becoming the megaspore mother cell. One of the sporogenous cells of nucellus, it becomes megaspore mother cell. This cell is megaspore mother cell. MMC is the abbreviation of megaspore mother cell. इससे पहले हमने MMC देखा था माइक्रोस्पोर मदर सेल इन केस ऑफ मेल गैमेट. यहाँ पर हम देख रहे हैं मेगास्पोर मदर सेल, एंड दिस मेगास्पोर मदर सेल इज डिप्लॉयड इन नेचर. नाउ दिस मेगास्पोर मदर सेल which is diploid, this cell has sufficient amount of cytoplasm and a definitive nucleus. This megaspore mother cell undergoing meiotic division. It undergone a meiotic division, and this megaspore mother cell after meiosis it produces 4 haploid megaspore. After meiosis it produces 4 haploid megaspore, and all these 4 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 4 cells are produced, and all these 4 haploid cells are arranged in a row. They produces in a linear condition. That's why this condition is called as a linear tetrad. Linear tetrad. This mother cell undergoing meiotic division. This diploid megaspore mother cell produces 4 haploid, all are haploid cell, 4 haploid megaspore, and these megaspores are produces in a row. These megaspores are produces in a row. The arrangement is called as a linear tetrad, and the process of formation of megaspore is called as a megasporogenesis. These arrangement, the linear tetrad, where it produces or how it gives numbers. अगर इनको हम अरेंजमेंट देखें, इनको किस तरह से अरेंज किया जाता है, इनको नंबर्स कैसे दिया जाता है. सो दिस मेगास्पोर हु प्रोड्यूसेस इन अ लीनियर कंडीशन, दे हैव 2 एंड. वन इज माइक्रोपिलर एंड, अनदर इज अ चार्जल एंड. अगर हम इसका स्ट्रक्चर देखें तो यहाँ पर आप देखते हो तो इस तरह से अगर ये प्रोड्यूस होते हैं तो दिस डायरेक्शन, दिस एंड इज कॉल्ड एज अ माइक्रोपिलर एंड, एंड दिस एंड इज कॉल्ड एज अ Chasal end. So here the numbers are from Chasal end 1, 2, 3, 4. They produces 4 haploid megaspore, and the direction that the number 1 is from Chasal end, or it ends on the micropillar end. So these are the megaspore produces by the megaspore mother cell after meiotic division. This meiotic division convert the diploid condition of mother cell into haploid number of megaspore, and this process is called as a megasporogenesis. After megasporogenesis, let's talk about development of female gametophyte. This development of female gametophyte of embryo sac, or the development of embryo sac, it has studied by Stardberger, one of the scientists called as a Stardberger, who actually demonstrate the development of embryo sac, who actually describe how the female gametophyte develops. This process of development of female gametophyte is also called as a megagametogenesis. The process of development of female gametophyte is also called as a megagametogenesis. So we already know about gametophyte. A gamete containing organ is called as a gametophyte. So here we can observe that egg, which is a female gamete, it contains or it encloses inside the structure. That structure is called as a embryo sac. अब ये कैसा बनता है फीमेल गैमेटोफाइट, एम्ब्रियो सैक किस तरह से बनता है, किस तरह से उसका डेवलपमेंट होता है, उसको हम देखेंगे. तो नाउ दिस मेगास्पोर, द 4 मेगास्पोर्स आर प्रोड्यूस्ड. आउट ऑफ द 4, only one of the megaspore is involved in the development of embryo sac. Here, in most of the cases of angiosperm, around 80% of angiosperm, embryo sac develop from the single megaspore. If you observe here, the 4 megaspores are present, but out of the 4, only one of the megaspore, it involves in the formation of embryo sac, and the remaining three cells, they get degenerated. 3 जो सेल होते हैं, the 3 cells who are present towards the Chalzer end, they get degenerated, and only one of the megaspore, it involves in the formation of embryo sac. और ये मोस्ट कॉमन टाइप होता है जहां पर सिर्फ एक ही मेगास्पोर इज इन्वॉल्व इन द फॉर्मेशन ऑफ एम्ब्रियो सैक, एंड दिस टाइप ऑफ डेवलपमेंट और दिस टाइप ऑफ एम्ब्रियो सैक इज कॉल्ड एज अ मोनोस्पोरिक एम्ब्रियो सैक. अगर हम डेवलपमेंट एम्ब्रियो सैक के डेवलपमेंट के बेसिस पर क्लासिफिकेशन देखेंगे तो देयर आर 3 टाइप्स ऑफ एम्ब्रियो सैक. दैट फर्स्ट वन इज monosporic embryo sac. Monosporic embryo sac, which we are going to study now, that only one megaspore is involved in the formation of embryo sac. इस टाइप को हम कहते हैं मोनोस्पोरिक. This type of development of embryo sac is called as a monosporic embryo sac. For example, in polygonum type of embryo sac. Then the next one is bisporic embryo sac. What is it? If the two megaspores are involved in the formation of embryo sac, then that type of embryo sac is called as a bisporic embryo sac. अगर सिर्फ एक मेगास्पोर इन्वॉल्व होता है मोनोस्पोरिक, अगर 2 मेगास्पोर इन्वॉल्व होते हैं बाइस्पोरिक, एंड द होल लीनियर टेट्राड इज इन्वॉल्व, द होल 4 cells are involved in the formation of embryo sac, that condition of embryo sac is called as a tetrasporic embryo sac. So these are the 3 types of embryo sac on the basis of the development, on the basis of the involvement of megaspore. Monosporic endosperm, where a single megaspore is involved. Bisporic embryo sac, where the 2 megaspores are involved in the development of embryo sac, and the tetrasporic embryo sac, where the whole 4, a linear tetrad, is involved in the formation of embryo sac. But the most common type found in the angiosperm is monosporic. 80% जो एंजियोस्पर्म होते हैं उनके अंदर एम्ब्रियो सैक का जो डेवलपमेंट होगा वो मोनोस्पोरिक होगा, वेयर द a single megaspore involved in the formation of embryo sac. So here a single megaspore is present. The remaining 3, if you observe here, only a single, this one, only this megaspore is involved in the formation of embryo sac, and the remaining 3 present towards the Chalzer end, they get degenerated. All these are degenerated. Here 1, 2 and the 3. These 3 cells, they get degenerated, and this megaspore who involves in the formation of embryo sac, who is being a functional, is called as a functional megaspore. Functional megaspore. only one megaspore remains active, only one megaspore it remains functional who involves in the formation of embryo sac, and the three megaspore they get degenerated. So here the first or only megaspore who involves in the formation of embryo sac. Now after this functional megaspore, this megaspore undergoing mitotic division. The first mitotic division occurs. The first mitotic division, due to this mitotic division, two cells are formed. Here the megaspore enlarges its size due to growth. अगर आप देखते हो तो ये जो मेगास्पोर है इसका साइज इंक्रीज हुआ है, इट एनलार्जेस इट्स साइज एंड द फर्स्ट माइटोटिक डिवीजन ऑकर्स. बट यू हैव टू रिमेंबर वन थिंग दैट हियर माइटोटिक डिवीजन इज नॉट फुल्ली बट इट इज रिस्ट्रिक्टेड टू nuclear division. The only karyokinesis occur, the cytokinesis occurs little इन लेटर स्टेज. ये थोड़ा सा देर से होते हैं जिसकी वजह से सेल वॉल का फॉर्मेशन नहीं होता है, बट बिकॉज द फ्री न्यूक्लियर डिवीजन ऑकर्स, ड्यू टू दिस nuclei are freely observed in the cell. So in the first mitotic division where actually karyokinesis occurs, due to this karyokinesis we got a two nuclei. We got a two nuclei at two distinct pole. Whenever you sketch the diagram, you have to mention the ends. This is micropillar end and this is Chasles end. Micropillar end and Chasles end. The two ends are present and the two respective nuclei are present towards the two pole. After the two nuclei condition, one more time mitosis occur, and this mitosis is a second mitosis. Second mitotic division. अब ये mitotic division भी karyokinesis करेगा. Only karyokinesis, there is a no cytokinesis in the initial stage, and due to this second mitosis we got a two nuclei at each pole. Means what? A four nuclei are found at two distinct poles, that is micropillar end and Chasles end. After four nuclei condition, again a third mitotic division occurs. Third mitotic division, who produces one, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. After third mitotic division, we can observe a four nuclei present towards each end, that is four nuclei at Chasles end and four nuclei towards micropillar end. Here again the karyokinesis occurred. So if you observe here a three mitotic division, after three mitotic division we observe 8 nuclei, 8 haploid nuclei are present in a single cell. After that there is a rearrangement of this nucleus. How it get rearranged? The size enlarges 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That in the previous stage, that 4 nuclei present towards Chasles end and 4 nuclei present towards micropillar end. But in the next step, that 1 nuclei from each side, it shifted towards the center. They migrate and they shifted towards the center. So here a bunch of 3 cells are present towards the Chasles end, a bunch of 3 nuclei are present towards the micropillar end, and the 2 nuclei present at the center. 1 nuclei from each side, one nuclei from each side, they get migrated. ये migrate करते हैं and they shifted, they arrange at the center. So here we can observe the 8 nuclei, how they arrange. 3 nuclei they present towards Chalzal end, 3 nuclei present towards micropillar end, and the 2 nuclei they present at the center. After this arrangement or after the shifting of the nuclei, now the cytokinesis occurs. Cytokinesis. What happened due to cytokinesis? There is a formation of cell wall. There is a formation here. 1, 2 and 3 cells are present towards Chalzal end, and 1, 2, 3. 3 cells are present towards micropillar end, and the 2 nuclei are present at the center. After this arrangement, cytokinesis occur, and cytokinesis, due to cytokinesis, the formation of cell wall. अब क्योंकि cell wall बनते हैं तो यहाँ पर 3 सेल हमको सेपरेट दिखाई देंगे. 3 सेल टुवर्ड्स द Chalzal end, 3 सेल टुवर्ड्स द micropillar end. And 1 cell at the center. 1 cell at the center. So how many nuclei are present here? If you observe, 8 nuclei are present. 8 nuclei are present. तो इसका डेवलपमेंट कैसा हो रहा है और इसका अरेंजमेंट कैसा हो रहा है उसको हम और एक बार देखेंगे. यहाँ पर द एम्ब्रियो सैक. Finally, the embryo sac is developed, and this embryo sac who contain a bunch of 3 cell at micropillar end, bunch of 3 cell towards the Chalzal end, and 1 cell at the center. How it get developed? Here, a bunch of 3 cell is towards the Chalzal end. A single cell is present at the center, and a bunch of 3 cells is present towards the micropillar end. अब ये सेल कौन से हैं? कौन कौन से ये सेल है उसको हम डिस्कस करेंगे. In the micropillar end, a centrally situated larger cell is present. At the micropillar end, a centrally situated larger cell is present, and this cell is called as an egg cell. This cell is called as an egg cell, and egg cell is nothing but a female gamete. Egg cell is nothing but a female gamete, also called as a oosphere. This egg cell is centrally situated and it is larger than the lateral side. Now the laterally arranged 2 cells who are smaller than the egg cell, they are called as a synergids. These are called as a synergids. Synergids are also called as a helper cell, cooperative cell or sister cell. These synergids, if you observe the structure, at the basal surface they have a finger-like projections. At the basal surface they have a basal finger-like projections. These finger-like projections are called as a filiform apparatus. At that basal surface they have a finger-like projections, and these finger-like projections are called as a filiform apparatus. What is the role of this filiform apparatus? This filiform apparatus, it attracts the pollen tube for fertilization. The filiform apparatus, the role of filiform apparatus, that they attract the pollen tube, they attract the male gamete for the fertilization, and it provides nourishment to the egg cell, and they get nourishment from the sporogenous tissues or from the nucellus, tissues of the nucellus. So the role of egg cell is the female gamete. It has to fuse with a male gamete and zygote will form. Egg cell जो है ये male gamete के साथ fused होते हैं. इनके fusion की वजह से zygote बनता है which will convert into embryo and seed. and the two cells who are present at the lateral side of the egg cell, they are synergids. They are helping cells, cooperative cells, and the role that they have a filiform apparatus at the basal side, and these filiform apparatus, they attract the pollen tube and they provide or they guide pollen tube. ये pollen tube को guide करते हैं as well as they provide nourishment to the egg cell. Now, at the center, two nuclei are present. These two nuclei are called as a polar nuclei. The two nuclei are called as a polar nuclei, and after the fertilization they get fused, and after fusion these polar nuclei, now they are called as a secondary nucleus. Secondary nucleus, or also called as a definitive nucleus. At the center, the central cell, two haploid nuclei are present and the polar nuclei are present, and these two polar nuclei, they get fused with each other and they form a secondary nucleus, and they also called as a definitive nucleus. As we all know that male gametophyte contain two male gametes. Out of the two, one is fused with this egg cell and the remaining, the other one get fused with the secondary nucleus, and after fertilization the secondary nucleus get fused with the male gamete, and after fertilization this develop into primary endosperm nucleus. It converts into primary endosperm nucleus, and this primary endosperm nucleus is the only triploid condition found in the angiosperm, and this primary endosperm nucleus will convert into endosperm. Endosperm is nothing but a nutritive tissue who provide nourishment to the embryo. Now, towards the Charles's end, a bunch of three cells are present. These three cells are called as antipodal cells. These cells are called as antipodal cells, and they are also called as vegetative cells. Why they are called as a vegetative cell? Because these cells are never participate in the reproduction. There is no involvement of antipodal cells in the reproduction, but these antipodal cells are secretory in nature, that they secrete enzymes, lipids and proteins. ये enzymes को produce करते हैं, lipids को produce करते हैं और proteins को produce करते हैं, और due to this production, due to their secretion, they are considered as a nutritive in function. So a bunch of three cells, they are antipodals, or they are situated towards the Charles's end. So in this way, we observe the embryo sac contain 7 cells and 8 nuclei. How many cells are present? A bunch of 3 cells present towards the micropillar end. 3 plus 1 plus 3. 3 cells are present towards in the embryo sac, and how many nuclei? 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A secondary nucleus contain 2 nuclei. So here a 3 nuclei plus 2 nuclei plus 3 is equal to 8. This condition is the most common in angiosperm, or this type of embryo sac who contain 7 cell and 8 nucleated structure is called as a polygonum embryo sac. Polygonum embryo sac was first observed by Starberger, who studied the development of polygonum type of embryo sac. अगर आप यहाँ पर देखते हो तो it contain 8 nuclei. 8 nuclei and all are haploid. They all are haploid. A bunch of 2 synergids are there, n plus n. 1 egg cell, n. Only 2 nucleus, that secondary nuclei contain 2 nuclei. They are n plus n. Due to n plus n, they becomes diploid. And finally, the antipodal cell, a bunch of 3 antipodal cells are there, and these are n plus n plus n. That means they are also haploid. So all these nuclei or cells who are present in the embryo sac, they contain haploid nuclei. So in this way, there is a development of polygonum embryo sac, and the most common type of embryo sac they produce from the single megaspore. और ऐसा embryo sac जो एक ही megaspore से बनता है, उस embryo sac को हम कहते हैं monosporic embryo sac. ना अभी आप देखोगे तो कितने डिविजन्स यहाँ पर हो रहे हैं. एक अगर आप एक एम्ब्रियो सैक देखते हो या फिर एक फीमेल गैमेट देखते हो, टू प्रोड्यूस वन फीमेल गैमेट हाउ मेनी डिविजन्स आर रिक्वायर्ड, हाउ मेनी डिविजन्स आर रिक्वायर्ड. सो हियर फर्स्ट वन meiotic division, one to produce one female gamete. How many divisions are required? So here first one meiotic division, because megaspore mother cell undergoing meiotic division or it produces megaspore. How many megaspores are produced? Only one megaspores, because the three get degenerated, only one remain functional. That's why we can consider a single megaspore is produced by megaspore mother cell. Now after this megaspore, it undergoing first mitotic division, then again it divide and redivide. That means it divide twice after first mitotic division. So first mitotic division, second mitotic division, third mitotic division. So here three mitotic divisions are mitotic division. 4 divisions are required to produce one female gamete, to produce one egg cell, to produce one embryo sac.